The high fuel prices in South Africa are forcing motorists to go for smaller and more fuel-efficient cars. Fuel prices recently went up by as much as 37 US cents per liter, leading to an outcry among motorists. CGTN's Beryl Roro has the story.
Personal debt levels as a percentage of monthly income are the highest they've ever been in South Africa.
It's about 71% for lowest earners and highest earners. And that's quite significant, in terms of if you have to spend 7 out of 10 rand to service your debt, like you're not going to get a lot left.
As Africa's most industrialized economy dipped post-COVID, people became much more financially vulnerable and frustrated.
We've seen a buy-down pattern massively. So from whatever they would have had currently or previously, the next car is usually a model below or a derivative below. And that trend has continued for the last 21 months, 24 months.
Everyone servicing any type of debt is feeling the pinch regardless of age.
Some of the younger consumers, probably first-time vehicle purchasers, and it's been quite difficult for them to essentially have extra headroom to deal with this almost 500 basis point increase in the last 2 years. I don't think anyone would have expected it. And as you know, pretty much every single vehicle installment agreement in South Africa is related to prime rate. So anytime that rate moves up or down, you're going to feel it immediately.
Several factors like the pandemic skewed the data over the past couple of years, but there is no hiding the fact that the motor vehicle sector's fortunes have changed.
Electricity was sort of under control, and we still saw a 9.7% dip in passenger vehicles year-on-year related.
Impairments and repossessions are probably the easiest way to see how the vehicle finance sector is doing.
Very important to do a good credit analysis to get customers into wheels that they can afford so that they're in those wheels much longer, and we avoid the very undesirable process of repossessions.
It's not all doom and gloom. Consumers are still active, but a little more cautious because of high interest rates.
We are seeing a year-on-year and month-on-month increase in applications. Essentially, the appetite is there because Africans love their cars. They don't necessarily take them up, but that for us is a good indication of an industry that is still running strongly on its wheels.
South Africa's economy has ground to a halt despite efforts by the government to incentivize growth. The motor sector hasn't escaped the crunch, and people have adapted by downsizing vehicles or moving to cheaper brands. Beryl Roro, CGTN.